Hello, gorgeous people. How are you? Today I'm talking about the tipping point. The tipping point. Where are we? Are we at the tipping point? Has it tipped? Has it not tipped yet? I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So in a meditation I was doing, I was considering the date that I'd heard about us moving officially into the age of light, and it was the December the 12th. Now, I know lots of people have different, some people say we're already in it now, okay? But this guy who said this has said a lot of things, and in terms of reading the stars and foretelling what's going to happen, and he's pretty shit hot. He's pretty good, eh? He did say that the end of March was going to be the end of all of the stuff, and we're going to move into a different place without as much pressure. So I pay a lot of attention to what he said. So I was thinking about this. Well, okay, if we're not in the age of light yet, but we're at that place where we're starting to see the sun. It hasn't risen, but we're seeing all of the light that's coming from it. So I was kind of saying to the emissaries, well, have we hit that tipping point yet? What's the situation? And they said, we're just on the verge of what they give me. This is what they give me. They always give me some beautiful kind of ways of seeing it. If you imagine like a tray that's on like a little round thing, okay? So it's like this, and then as we're getting closer to the tipping point, which the tipping point is where we go over to the other side, yeah? So we're pretty much level. We're on the level, okay? What does that mean? Well, when we're on the level, it's a lot easier for people to go from one side to another, right? When it was like this, that was why the people up here, the people who'd shifted, who'd woken up, were like so few, because it's such a difficult place to be. It's difficult to cling on, yeah? But now we're on the level. I mean, literally flat. And now lots of people are just wandering over to the awakened side, okay? But they've still got to walk over. They've still got to walk. So what the emissaries were showing was that when we hit the tipping point and we start actually tipping over, then people start rolling in, and the more it tips, they start flooding in, pouring in. That's what they were showing me, okay? So that this kind of movement over to the age of light, people are not going to have any choice. They're going to come falling into our side. There's no choice about it, yeah? So that's why they were showing me, that's why it's taken so long, because it was like walking uphill, wasn't it? Walking uphill, trying to stay there. Difficult. Now it's not difficult. Now it's just a walk in the park or a stand in the park. But soon it's going to be a slippery slope into awakened world. So I was saying to them, okay then, so what about the baddies? The baddies are on this side. Here. What happens when the tipping point comes? And they said, some will come. Some will come. Some will repent and come over. And I don't know who these... When I say the baddies, I mean, it's all, am I talking about humankind? Am I talking about other kind? I don't know. Spiritual kind? Who knows? And they said, some will come over to the good side, but some will cling on. And they showed me like them creating, because it's going to be like this, creating like places where they can hang on, where they can hold on tight, where they don't let go of bad. We've talked about this, that there'll always be some bad. Even when we've got majority good, there'll still be an element, because there has to be for balance. And they were saying this, and I thought it was really interesting what they said. They said, because the more that I look at this cycle, the more that I think that this cycle is very short. I don't think it's as long as we think it is. I think this cycle is fairly fast, okay? And it keeps just going round and round. And they said, with every cycle, the baddies, the ones who are died in the world baddies, who stay baddies, they learn, or they think that they learn from the mistakes from the last time. And so they make a new plan. Every cycle they make a new plan. This is what's going to happen. And that's why we hear different kinds of stories about what happened before when these empires fell and we lost, we fell from grace or whatever. And they're saying that they make new plans every time. Like, this time we've got it sorted. But they said no matter what plan they make, it never works out because it can't. Because it's impossible for it to work out. Because of the way that it's structured. But every time they think that they're clever enough, they get cleverer. This time we're going to sort it out. And this time I'm sure they think they're very clever with the way that they've set it up. And yet, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And they're going to come tumbling over to our side, except for the ones who stick on. You know what the image that they give me is like, when a caterpillar turns into a moth and it kind of goes inside of a chrysalis and it sticks. Like it sticks to anything and it's rock hard. Well, it's like that. They said even though it tips and it starts going up, then they're going to be hidden away. They're going to be there, but just waiting for the cycle to come round again. And then they'll emerge as a little ugly moth. There won't be butterflies. There'll be ugly moths. And I suppose probably the same applies to the goodies. Like as we come round and we start entering into the age of baddies, the goodies will put themselves into a little cocoon, but they will emerge as beautiful butterflies. Yeah, but it's kind of like there's always going to be good within a lot of bad, and always going to be a little bit of bad amongst all the good. So I thought I'd share that with you. That it was just an interesting metaphor, analogy that they give me of we are just about to hit this tipping point. After that, it's going to speed up. I mean, it's already for me, it's speeding up because it's not difficult now for people to wake up. It's not difficult. It's a walk over there. It's flat. It's easy. Oh, look, and people can see. Oh, look over there. But imagine when it's like this. Imagine. And I think this is the way that it works when we say we're moving into the age of light. That doesn't mean that all the light's there, but it's starting, and then it gets brighter and brighter. The Bible talks about this. The light keeps getting brighter and brighter, okay, until it's like blinding, and it's beautiful. So that's where we are. We are how lucky are we? How fortunate are we that we are here to be able to witness the tipping point, the shift from bad to good, from dark to light. How wonderful. No wonder we're here. And even though lots of us think, what the hell are we doing here? We came here because this is the key time. I tell you, it's more interesting now, it's more fascinating now, it's more fulfilling now than it ever will be when you come back in the full age of light. It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful, but it will not have the challenges that you have now. It won't make you into such a different person. This is life-changing, soul-changing, these moments, yeah? So enjoy them. Just remember, it's just a little game, a little cycle. It's no big deal, Don't have to get yourself all worked up about it. Enjoy the moment. We're in the cinema. We're in the last 5 minutes of the film, and whoa! That's the bit you talk about in the end, isn't it? The twist at the end. When you talk about a film, you go, wow, and whoa! I didn't expect that at the end. Yeah, that's where we are, and we'll be talking about it for the rest of our lives. Truly, we'll be talking about this moment for the rest of our lives. So watch it intently, enjoy it, because when you're enjoying it, you'll have a better memory and you'll have some fantastic stories. I'll leave you with this. All of my life, whenever I've been in a bad situation, I don't know, it's obviously just something that was gifted me, a way of looking at life. Whenever I've been in a terrible situation, do you know what I always thought? This is going to make a great story afterwards. I'm going to have real fun telling this story. And it seems to take the edge off everything. It's like, whoa, wait till I tell people what happened to me. This is so bad. And it makes something that's so bad into not as bad, because it then becomes interesting and fun. And you pay attention because you want to make sure you can tell the story fully and completely. Okay, let's be like that. Why not? What have we got to lose? Nout. I'll see you next week. I love you all. Bye.